What we're doing.
Oh fuck. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. But good morning everybody and welcome to another episode of the Degenerate Disseminators podcast. I'm your host Jordan. We got Daniel back joining us today.
Hey guys.
Um not much to say in regards to Thursday's picks, except we had yet another 1-2 day. We started waiting on the Panthers game to wrap up. As of right now, they are heading into the third period with a 1-0 lead.
Let's
I'm not gonna say
go.
assuming they win. Don't want to give us any bad luck here, but if the game were to end right now, at this current time, we'd be 1-2 on the day. So that's what we're gonna call it going into
Still got another 20 minutes,
yeah,
man.
still going into this Friday episode. But hopefully, if they don't cause us to be shut out for the first time in our podcast career, but it's not gonna happen. It's possible. It's the Panthers, but got a little bit of a busier day today. Finally, have some college football back. Um, so we got four picks coming at you. I would love to go 4-0 and bring us out of this hole. We started working on it for Wednesday. Had a nice little 2-1 day, but here we are. But this is how gambling goes. But yeah, so we have one pick for college football, as there's only one game. Two NBA picks and one pick from the NHL. Since Daniel, wasn't here last episode, I'm gonna give the floor to him for his hockey pick of the day first.
All right, guys. Coming in hot. Devils at Rangers. We're taking Devils -1.5 at +130. Um, so these teams have played twice this season, and both games ended with the Devils covering the spread by more than -1.5. One game they won 5-0, and the other game they won 5-1. So pretty solid bet, especially at +130. You would think that the odds makers learned their lesson from last time, the last two times actually that these teams played. But yeah, I got my notes here. I mean, the Devils have had a pretty rough start. They're 1-2 right now in 2025, but I think the range against the Rangers, they don't hold back. They really hate that team, and fair enough, especially how the Rangers have been playing this season. I mean, I see the Devils beating them again by honestly three or more goals. So yeah. Side note that I have here: the Rangers blew a 3-0 lead to the Stars. They lost 5-4 in overtime. That was the last game that they played. And side note number two, Mika Zibanejad has been found dead under the Brooklyn Bridge. So we found him, guys, but he won't you won't see him on the ice.
Oh god.
He still isn't scored. Well, he scored a one goal 2 games ago, but you won't see him getting any assists. You probably won't see him scoring. Uh, yeah. For our side bets today, we got Zibanejad under half an assist once again at -220.
Oh
uh,
god. I can't wait to get
and
like a defamation lawsuit from the New York Rangers. It's gonna be awesome.
maybe. And then we have Jack Hughes at over half a goal for +145. Honestly, I haven't really done much research into Jack Hughes, but he's been pretty good for the Devils, and I think he's got it. Anyways, I'm swinging the rock back to Jordan for some more picks, guys.
Yeah, we still got three more. Busiest day, past couple episodes. I'm gonna start with basketball. I know that the college football game is probably gonna be the most watched event tomorrow, so we'll work our way there. But first game we're looking at is gonna be the Heat at the Utah Jazz. Um, yeah, we all know what's going on with the Jimmy Butler situation, blah blah blah. But Heat are coming off a win. My dog's freaking out. She just knows these picks are too heat. But yeah, they're coming off a nice win against Golden State. Tyler Hero and Jaime Jaquez Jr. definitely stepped up in this game. So 1-1 on their little road trip so far, and I think they look to not only make it 2-1 in this third game of this trip, But you guys recall? All right. If you guys recall, the Jazz just blew out the Heat last week, 136 to 100. But this was literally the day after that Jimmy Butler was asking out of Miami. I'm sure a lot of emotions were running high, and they weren't really all there. Um, but I think the Heat looked to right that wrong that they made in that game, losing to 36 points to a team with less than 10 wins this far in the season. Um,
I don't mean to
uh,
cut you off here, Jordan, but the Panthers just scored another goal.
all right, we're please, please just keep it that way. It's fine.
2-1 today, guys.
No, we're still no. Those no. That's our only the
Three
Panthers.
and one? No,
The Panthers
we're
are
2-1 today.
no, we're 1-2.
1-2.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm retarded.
Alrighty, but
Anyways,
yeah. So also important to note, the Jazz will be out with they will be without some key players in Keontae George and Jordan Clarkson. My dog's losing it. Um, so yeah, really, Laurie Markkinen is the only player of worthy of noting in this game. Um, and yeah, if Hero and Jaime Hawkins Jr. continue to play how they have been during this road trip, I think this will be a very tough night for the Jazz. So with that, I will be taking the Miami Heat at -5.5, sitting at -105. So we'll be taking that at 1.05 units. And the next game we're looking at Hornets at Lakers. LeBron James. The Lakers, they had a little 2 game road trip against the Rockets and the Mavericks. Maggie, can you? Sorry guys, my dog is losing her mind, and I'm trying to. She doesn't understand what I got going on here. Um, they lost both of those games to the Mavericks. They were without Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, so pretty disappointing loss there for a conference opponent. And then the Rockets a little more understandable. They've had a pretty good start to the year, but yeah, looking at this Hornets team at home, they're sitting at -9 point favorites, which is a little high, but kind of the same thing with the Heat coming off these losses. I think they look to make a statement game here and get those one of those 2 losses back against a very lackluster Hornets team. In terms of the spread, the Lakers are sitting at 18-18 on the year, but at home they are 10-7, so it's still not great, but better than on the year overall. So yeah, give me the Lakers at -9 for it's also sitting at -105 for 1.05 units. And then last but not least, we're looking at Notre Dame taking on Penn State in the college football playoff semifinals. Um, it's kind of like a similar situation how we saw with the Cavs and the Thunder game. 2 very good teams, very close betting wise. I know a lot of people making the argument that Notre Dame beat Georgia, who was the favorite to win the national title this year. But in my opinion, I never really saw into Georgia's hype. I thought they were that was definitely blown out of proportions. I really think they definitely deserve to be there, obviously, but to be such heavy favorites to win it all and then get destroyed by Notre Dame. So I don't really think that win holds as much merit as people are trying to make it seem. Um, I think the running game of Penn State is going to be too much for Notre Dame to handle. I think as long as Penn State's defense can hold up, that running attack is definitely going to wear Notre Dame down as this game goes further down the stretch. We're catching +1.5 for Penn State here. I'm going to lay the points. I think they win the game outright. And be taking that. Give me 1 second. I need to get the odds for that one really quick. Yeah, so that is sitting at -110. Be taking it for 1.1 units. And Daniel, before we wrap things up with the recap, you got anything else to add?
I was looking at Jack Hughes' stats. He's got 15 goals in 45 games or something. So he's on pace for like 30 around. I think, he'll get it tomorrow, all right, against the Rangers. I mean,
I
come
mean,
on.
yeah, if they're putting up 5 again, the odds of him being one out of those 5 is pretty high, I would say.
Yeah, especially as a top forward on their team.
Yeah, so
But yeah, I think
as
that's all
long
we
as they
got.
cover the spread, is what it is. But I forget. Did I recap Thursday's picks? I'm blanking.
Uh, yeah, we did, but
Okay.
since the Panthers game is still going on, we haven't
Oh yeah, you're right.
I
Alrighty.
don't have that
Well,
yet,
with that
but
being said, we'll wrap this episode up going over our picks. Lakers -9 for 1.05 units. Devils -1.5. It is sitting at +130, but we are going to try and get a few extra dollars back, given that we had another losing day. We'll be putting one whole unit on that as well. Penn State +1.5 for 1.1 units. The Heat -5.5 for 1.05 units. Hopefully we can head into the weekend with a win. That would be pretty awesome. And yeah, turn this month and new year around. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. We will see you again on Saturday.
shout
No,
out
not
Dudley.
Saturday. Sorry, guys. Friday. I'm all over the place, but yes, shout out Dudley, and we will see you guys on Friday.